Hi, this is Beate from Splitcoaststampers. In this video I want to show you how to make a stair step fold card. They are great to show off your die cuts and pattern paper, or you could use it as a base for a landscape card, or even make fancy place settings. For your base you'll need a 5.5 by 10.5 piece of cardstock and a scoring tool. I used the Scor-Pal for that. You score multiple lines, but the first one I don't have a groove for, so I will skip it and come back to it later. We'll have to score at 1 1/4 later on. Now I'm going to score the next score line, which is 2.5, then 4 1/4, then 6 inch, and the last score line is 8 1/4. This is again not on my Scor-Pal, so I'm gonna move the 6 inch score line down to the 2 inch line. It fits into the groove, and we score at 4 1/4. Now the last score line that I didn't have was the 1 1/4, so I move the beginning of my cardstock up to 3 inch and score at 4 1/4. Now I have all my score lines, and I will pre-fold the card base, and you fold it mountain valley style, up and down, and just use your score tool and slide across each time. And this will be your card base. Let's get it decorated. Because it takes a while, I already prepared all my strips. All these beautiful parts were cut with the new this new Spellbinders tool. This one is called the Eyelet Pendant and the Eyelet Boardabilities. You just run it through your die cut machine, and you can just cut. You can cut and emboss, and you can use it as a stencil as well. That's what I did here and there. You just leave, after punching it, you leave your die on there, and you use a sponge dauber and ink and apply ink. Now back to the card. The first part of the card is 1 1/4 inch high, and so I used a piece of cardstock that high and 5.5 inch long, ran it through my wizard with the boardabilities, and received this piece. I'm going to tie a ribbon around the bottom to add a splash of color. Let's cut this real quick, and our first layer is done. Sorry, I have to turn the card to cut. I can't do the other one. Now the second layer is 1/2 inch higher, so it's 1 3/4 inches. I cut pattern paper. It's from Stampin' Up's Thoroughly Modern, and added another strip of boardabilities, white cardstock that was punched with boardabilities. For my centerpiece, I used a piece of cardstock that I had punched out with the pendant die, and I cut it down, added a couple more circles in different colors, my sentiment, and another flower. The stamps are all from Stampin' Up's Winged Friendship set. Wings of Friendship, I'm sorry. I'll take that on, and then we have I got my focal point. Now for the last step is another 1/2 inch taller than the previous one, so we're at 2 1/4 inches. This time I used boardabilities, a punch out in the back, to just add a fancy border. And because this corner was a little bit plain, I punched another medallion out with the eyelet pendant, and I'll just place it here. Add some dimensionals. place it on there, and then my card was done. I hope you'll have fun creating lots of Stair cards, Stair fold cards, and dazzle the recipients of those cards.